Welcome to Family Matters Mega Summit, where we create a win-win-win coalition between our experts from around the world, our organizers, sponsors, and hosts, and most importantly, our amazing parents such as yourself, to raise awareness and support our cause. Because when it comes to global issues, family matters. Your host today is Jackie Bailey. Jackie is an international conversation coach for kids and a co-host of Life Mastery Radio. Take it away, Jackie.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining this session with Dr. Vala and I. It is delightful to have you with us, and we are going to continue to hear amazing content and information as we continue on the summit. I hope everybody's having a great time and feeling good about being part of this tremendous opportunity. Well, I'm Jackie Bailey. Let me introduce you to our guest. This is Dr. Francis Vala, and he's the founder of H.E.A.T Academy, H.E.A.T Academy, and author of The Third Vision. He is also a medical doctor in the field of obesity medicine, certified master life coach, public speaker, social entrepreneur, and clinical assistant professor at the University of British Columbia. Above all of that, though, he is an inquisitive lifetime student. He does not believe in true geographic borders and considers himself to be a global citizen. Dreaming of a better world for future generations, Dr. Vala's vision is to have a positive impact on humanity and make this world a better place to live. His mission is to create and share the H.E.A.T system, which is a digital health, wellness, and personal development platform designed to unlock the human potential to reach the ultimate self. This system is based on science and evidence focused on maximizing human potentials in the four foundations of life: body, mind, soul, social. The H.E.A.T system helps people design their ultimate life plan, which gives purpose, meaning, and direction in life, maximizes the human potential, and avoids wasting life resources. Dr. Francis Vala obtained his MD degree in medicine at the age of 25 and served in different rural and urban parts of his country. In 1999, he immigrated to Canada, pursued his residency in family medicine, and obtained 2 more fellowships in sexual medicine and bariatric medicine. Recently, he sponsored one of our youth speakers featured here at the Family Matters Mega Summit. So thank you for that. Please welcome Dr. Francis Vala. Woo! Nice to have you with us. That was, oh, we can't hear you.
Imagine. Thanks
All right.
Introduction,
Yeah.
and I'm very honored to be here presenting to our listeners. So where do you want me to start?
Well, let's start with a little bit of fun facts. So is there something that's not in your introduction that you'd like to share with us? Your favorite ice cream or something like that is an interesting fact about you?
Well, how about if I start with my story?
That would be awesome too.
I am doing what I'm doing, basically. So many people have asked me, like, if you were in the medical field, how come you've ended here as a certified master life coach and you got into this coaching industry? So what brought you here? So I wanted to share my story. Unfortunately, I lost my dad at the age of 62. He had a massive heart attack without having any previous heart disease. And he did have obesity as a risk factor, and that's probably why I studied obesity medicine. But that was a wake-up call for me. And I was a doctor at the time, so you can imagine how devastated I was. I signed up to save and help people, and I did, hundreds or probably thousands of people, but I was not able to save my own dad's life. So that was very shocking, and it made me realize, it brought 2 aha moments for me. The first one was that I realized that I was functioning in a flawed system. I was functioning in a curative system, in a healthcare system that's based on cure rather than prevention and education. So I have to admit, by that time, I got sick and tired of waiting for people to get sick and tired and come to me. So I am sitting here in my office or working at a hospital. What we are doing as a healthcare system here in Canada and the United States, and probably many other countries as well, we are waiting for people to get sick and then come to us. Most of our resources are focused on cure and that's probably about the 10 to 20% of the population, which is the tip of the iceberg. Well, what about the other 80 to 90% of people who are many of them, they're on their way to becoming sick and then come to us? Can we ever catch up with this tsunami? And
Right.
I think that's a wrong approach. We need to be in a preventive and educational system to keep people healthy. We have a good sick care system, but not the best healthcare system. So that was my first realization. And the second realization was that the concept of lost potential. If the average life expectancy in Canada is 85 years, my dad lost 23 years of his potential years of life. And that's in quantity. Now think about people who are suffering from illnesses, physical, mental, and other illnesses. They also lose a lot of quality of life. So the concept of wasted and lost human potential, I sort of became obsessed with that. And that was one of the big aha moments, which was a transformational moment in my life and maybe a big highlight in my personal transformation journey.
So tell me then about this thing that you have developed, which is a human potential scale. What is that?
Well, that's one of the key elements of this bigger H.E.A.T system that I wanted to talk about. If you think about it, sure.
Let's start with that then. I'm dying to know what H.E.A.T means.
H.E.A.T stands for Human Empowerment and Transformation.
Okay.
So when you think about it, most people talking about that concept of lost human potential, over the last decade, I've asked probably over 1,000 people, how much of your human potential have you achieved? Have you actualized? If you think about the cup of life, it's nobody on this planet is 100% full and nobody is 100% empty. All of us are somewhat full and somewhat empty. How much of that have you filled so far? And I've heard different answers, 10%, 20, 70, 50, which is probably somewhat close intuitively, but based on what? How do you even measure your human potential? And I realized that there is and never been a tool, not to my knowledge anyways, with over 20 years of research, there's never been a tool to measure your human potential in a scientific, reliable, and measurable way. So that was a key function and core elements of this bigger system if we want to improve human potential and help people reach their full human potential. The first thing we're going to need is a scale. You know, if I ask you or if I ask someone, how much do you weigh? And they say, well, I weigh 250 pounds. I think I weigh 250 pounds and there's no scale to measure their weight. You know what I'm talking about? We need a scale to measure that weight or whatever it is that we're trying to measure and improve. And most people, unfortunately, have never reached their full human potential. And for the minority that probably do, they do that in later stages of their lives, maybe 60s and 70s. And the reason is clear, because there is no, again, in my opinion, in my research, I have never come across an educational system that really is designed to unleash the full human potential in a scientific, standardized way. And because of that, you know, so people have to go through trial and error to find their path in life. What if we develop a system, a practical system based on science and technology to help people reach their full human potential in the fastest and most effective way? So instead of 60s and 70s, they could reach it in their 30s and 40s. What would their lives look like? And what would their societies that they're living in look like? That's what the H.E.A.T system is about. We have established a system that is a combination of technology and a set of tools, procedures, and protocols that is designed and packaged together in a very unique way to help those who are looking for self-improvement design their ultimate life plan in a systematic progressive, and scientific way. And by doing that, they will reach their full potential, and the benefits they're going to get is, number one, they're going to find meaning, purpose, and direction in life. Second is that they will prevent illness and propel wellness in different aspects of their life, physically, mentally, socially, spiritually. And third is they will improve their quality and quantity of life.
Wow. Okay. So this sounds really fascinating. And I'm thinking in my mind, okay, I can take an acorn and I can say, okay, this acorn has the potential to be an oak tree, right? I can see that. I've seen the adult version, so I can see how this could have that potential. What you're talking about is someone's like, a genetic DNA, or are we looking at a different kind of potential? It sounds to me like it's more of an achievement type of potential, life, wellness, happiness. How do you do that? How do you take I think it sounds really cool, but I'm a little confused. So tell me how you see a human's potential in a scale.
Okay. So this scale basically measures the human aspects and functionality in four main different aspects of life, or foundations of life: your body, your mind, your soul, and your social aspects. Now, each of these may have their own sub-foundations as well. And there is a scaling system from 1 to 10, and each of these is standardized and defined of what a 7 means and what a 4 means. Basically, 10 is the healthiest or the best score, and 1 is the worst score. So if you're going towards 10, you're going towards your ultimate wellness in that area. For example, if you have a physical illness like diabetes, then you're going to score lower in the body foundation. Okay. If you have a mental disease like depression, you're gonna score lower in the mind foundation. So this scale, which is actually our gift and giveaway, it is going to be, that helps to measure, people measure your different aspects in a meaningful scientific way. And this is backed and powered by technology and based on the data that we gather. So using that as one of the core elements of this H.E.A.T system, basically what we do, we help them measure and have a big picture in their life of where they are holistically, physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually. How do they score? Our students, for example, will tell you, I have achieved 43% of my human potential. So my human potential score today is 43%. And I score, let's say, 6 out of 10 in my body foundation. And then they get into this program as another element of this H.E.A.T system. So we walk them through improving their scores one by one, and they choose to design how they want to perfect their life in a meaningful. So this is like we call it the H.E.A.T Academy. And just to use an analogy to make it a little bit more tangible, medical schools are designed to develop doctors, right? For example,
right.
Disease. NASA was instituted to develop astronauts to explore space.
Right.
As an example, we do not have, I don't know of any educational organization that is based on science and evidence that is designed to develop ultimate human beings.
Wow.
This is what this is about.
And how long have you been doing this?
More than 20 years.
Wow.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit. We've got like a few minutes left, but I wonder if you could share about a particular client you've had and what that process looked like as they work through this system with you.
Yes. For example, I don't do individual coaching, but we do as part of this. So we gather different students and from different backgrounds. We usually, one of our programs is we do monthly webinars. So I, again, like to use the analogy of a train. So they hop on the first station of this train, and we guide them through life to the final station. And what I mean by that, so to give you an example, one of my students, when we first started, when she hopped on actually on this life train, she initially scored somewhere around 50% of her human potential score. And then we worked together one step at a time, one station at a time. She developed her goals and the path that she wanted to perfect at any given time. She would set her goals and we would guide her through that. So she would increase her score one by one, and it became very tangible for her and very focused on the path that she's trying to design for herself. And she saw that progress in the context of her whole life picture, rather than just going with the flow and trying to figure out without having the bigger context. So this helped her significantly improve her, not just her score, but significantly improve her life, and recently she's just applied for a public office position. And the testimony she gave is that a lot of this is because of the H.E.A.T system that happened. And I'm very proud of that.
That's so amazing. Congratulations for helping so many people. I am fascinated by this. So in the minute that we have left, tell us about the gift that you're giving our audience today and how they can best use it.
So the gift is actually this ultimate human potential scale that I was talking about.
Okay.
It's called the Life Target. And I believe that the link
is in the chat. Yep.
Or they could reach us at info@heatacademy.com requesting that, and we can send it. But it's the best way is through the link. And there are also guidelines on how to use this scale. Excellent.
Well, I hope that all of you listening out there have been fascinated like I have been with this technology. This new, I don't even know what to call it, this new system, scale, process. It sounds like I need to learn more about this. So I'm going to take you up on that scale as well. But I enjoyed being with you today, Dr. Vala. Thank you so much for being here. And last word?
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Yes. I just remember that Dr. L actually was mentioning something that really resonated with me, that hurt people hurt people. And the cycle of hurting goes on. I just wanted to add to that empowered people empower people. Right. And the cycle of empowering goes on. And I have dedicated the rest of my life to empowering people through education and awareness. Like Nelson Mandela says, I truly believe that education and adding to that awareness is the strongest and most powerful weapon with which you can change the world. Wow. I just wanted to leave with that.
Well, you can never lose by ending with Nelson Mandela. So thank you so much again. I hope that all of you will stick around. We have lots more sessions left. So we'll see you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.
That was an amazing expert. Thank you for joining us at the Family Matters Mega Summit. You can get the recording of the talk you just heard, plus all the other speakers, along with many bonus programs, workshops, and courses by upgrading to VIP. Remember to support our cause by your generosity and sharing this event with those around you. Don't go away, as we have another talk coming up in just a few minutes.